walking on air, for I've left all my blue days behind. I've learned how to care, and there's love, really love, on my mind. I'm the world's most happy creature. Tell me, what can worry be? I'm crazy about my baby. My baby's crazy about me. Mr. Cupid was the teacher. That's the reason we agree. I'm crazy about my baby. My baby's crazy about me. Parson, get that book out. Hold it in your hand. Keep a steady lookout. I know you can understand. We're an A1 combination. Perfect, he and she. I'm crazy about my baby. My baby's crazy about me. I'm walking on air, for I've left all my blue days behind. Yeah. I've learned how to care, for there's love, really love, on my mind. We're an A1 combination, perfect, he and she. I'm crazy about my baby, the baby's crazy about me. Mr. Cupid was the teacher, that's the reason we agree. I'm exasperated about my offspring, she's exasperated about me. Parson, get that book out, hold it in your hand. I mean the book. Keep a steady lookout. I know you can understand. We're an A1 combination. Perfect, he and she. I'm crazy about my baby, and my baby's crazy about me. Oh, my baby's crazy about me. All right. Hey, everybody, welcome to Music du Jour. My name's Casey MacGill, and we're coming to you live from the fabled Ridgewood Room high atop the hills of Tacoma, Washington. Hills that have a little dusting of snow, actually, right now. And fortunately, thus far, I'm going to knock on wood, it has not yet turned into a snowpocalypse. As a native Californian, I'm not looking forward to that. One season is fine with me, and not this one. Anyway, we're doing a little celebration of Fats Waller at the moment. And we just heard one of his great compositions, I'm Crazy About My Baby. And Fats recorded that song, and it's a lot of fun to listen to. Check him out on YouTube, Fats Waller. I'm going to move on to another great American composer, and I'm speaking, of course, of the fabulous Mr. Duke Ellington, Edward Kennedy Ellington. And pardon me while I attempt to, this is not one of my regular tunes, but I'm taking the opportunity to play some new material during this sequestering. And this is a great song that Louis Armstrong sang in the early 60s when he and Duke Ellington made a record together. And it's called I'm Just a Lucky So-and-So. And let me show you. Here's a copy of the sheet music from, I believe this is 1945, and there's a young, healthy-looking Woody Herman on the cover holding his clarinet. And Woody had a fantastic orchestra. A lot of great jazz musicians passed through the ranks of that band. And also, by the way, this orchestra of Woody started because he was a alto player in the Isham Jones Orchestra. Who is Isham Jones, you might ask? Isham Jones wrote a little tune called It Had to Be You, and he wrote a lot of other really great tunes. And he had one of the leading hotel bands in Chicago for many years. And when Isham decided that he'd made enough money and he wanted to retire, Woody Herman took over, and it became the Woody Herman Orchestra. So anyway, do we have Diana here? Oh, hi Diana. Great to see you. I'm loving your classical guitar. It's just delightful. I'm a huge fan of classical guitar and also lute. I have an album on None Such Records that I've had since the 60s of a musician named Walter Gerwig playing Bach on the lute. And I just love that sound. Anyway, back to this tune. I'm just a lucky so-and-so. And let's see if I can make it through here without any gigantic mishaps. By the way, we have sound today. It's a wonderful thing. I'm so excited about that. As I walk down the street, seems everyone I meet gives me a friendly hello. I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. The birds in every tree are also neighborly. They sing wherever I go. I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. If you should ask me the amount in my bank account, I got to admit that I'm slipping. But baby, that don't worry me, 'cause confidentially I got a dream, and it's a pippin'. And when the day is through, I hurry each night to a home where love waits, I know. I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. You should ask the amount in my bank account. Yes, I'd have to confess that I'm slipping. So what? But that don't worry me, baby, 'cause confidentially I got a dream. Yeah, and it's a pippin'. When the day is through, each night I hurry to a home where love waits, I know. Yes, I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. Just a Lucky So-and-So. Isn't that a great tune? Duke Ellington and Mac David wrote the words. I believe Mac David, I'm not sure if it's Mac David or Hal David. There's two Davids who were lyricists. One of them worked with Burt Bacharach, and I'm not sure. This might be his dad or something. This is another David here. In fact, I don't even know if they're related, but I get them mixed up. Anyway, great lyrics, Mac David. Music, Duke Ellington, and check out the Louis Armstrong recording on YouTube with Duke Ellington. And it was kind of a love fest there. So wonderful to see those two guys together. I'm only sorry that they didn't encounter each other in the recording studio back in the early 30s. Wow. You know, those are those little musician fantasies. Anyway, I've got one more song. And this is not a song that was written by Fats Waller, but it is a song that is linked to Fats. And it's a song that a lot of people like. I don't know, where am I? Am I over here? Okay.
Where are you?
Where am I? Sitting at the piano in the Ridgewood room. Okay, great. Thanks, Diana. Sarah Jane. All right, Sarah Jane. Another fellow Tacoman who has been dusted with snow. She and Jeff are fellow residents of the City of Destiny. You know, Tacoma's got a lot of different nicknames, and that's a personal favorite of mine, City of Destiny. And
Grit City.
Grit City, okay, that's another one. This next tune, I've got the sheet music too, and I just was going over the verse this morning because I really like it. It's a good one. Here it is. Gonna sit right down and write myself a letter. Let me see if I can tell you this story right now, okay? Oh, the mailman passes by, and I just wondered why he never stops to ring that front door bell. Since you stopped writing me, I'm worried as can be. I miss each little love word and farewell. Since you stopped writing me, I'm worried as can be. I miss each little love word now and then. You're in my every thought. How much I've fought to find a way to feel okay again. I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you. Gonna write words oh so sweet, they're gonna knock me off my feet. A lot of kisses on the bottom, I'll be glad I got 'em. Gonna smile and say, I hope you're feeling better, 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 better. Close with love the way that you do. Gonna sit right down and write myself a letter, and make believe it came from you. Let's try the verse one more time. The mailman passes by, and I just wonder why he never stops to ring my front door bell. There's not a single line from that dear old love of mine. No, not a since the words have said farewell. There's not a single line, one more time, since that dear old love of mine. No, not a word since I last heard farewell. Finally, that's it. Since you stopped writing me, I'm worried as can be. I miss each little love word now and then. I miss it, baby. You're in my every thought, and you don't know how much I've fought to find a way to feel okay again. Well, I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you. Gonna write words oh so sweet, knock me off my feet. A lot of kisses on the bottom, I'll be glad I got 'em, yes. Gonna smile and say, I hope you're feeling better, hope you are. And close with love the way that you do. Gonna sit right down and write myself a letter. Make believe it came, oh make believe it came, make believe it came right. I had a little trouble remembering those chords, but I just did it over again. Anyway, I'm going to sit right down and write myself a letter. Isn't that a great song? And I love that verse, you know. It's nice to have the mailman stopping by the house, especially in these troubled times. And hopefully with this new administration, we'll be seeing a lot more of the mailman after we get rid of that bum that got put into the Postal Service. Anyway, no more politics right now. As much as I want to go rant, this is an entertainment show, and ranting is not entertaining usually, unless you're Stephen Colbert or somebody of those people. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been the Friday edition of Music du Jour, and I'm absolutely delighted to have a fellow Tacoman on board today, Sarah Jane, and also
We had Robert Armstrong again from Florida.
from Florida,
The other Robert Armstrong.
Robert Armstrong, R.A. Armstrong from Pensacola, Florida. And Robert, thank you so much for that generous donation. I was overwhelmed. I got verklempt. And you're a fabulous patron of the arts being what they are over here right now. Anyway, love, love, love Fatswaller. Me too, Diana. In fact, I love Fatswaller so much, I'm going to play us out with a little bit more of that. And I just want to say thank you, Robert, and everybody who has made donations to our cause here. If you are feeling generous, we have a virtual receptacle of gratitude, and Venmo or PayPal. The links are on the comment section. And if you're tuning in, and if you're if you've tuned in before and given before, don't feel like you have to do this every time you show up on the comments. That's not necessary. We're just glad to have you here. And also, if you're watching and you're not in a position to make a donation, we're delighted to have you go to YouTube and sign up on my YouTube channel. And you can do that, and if you ring the bell, it'll notify you when we have special programs coming up.
We're shooting for 1,000 subscribers, and we have 279. So
279.
anyone who subscribes is super helping out.
Hear that voice? That is the voice of my partner here, and a lovely spouse, Jessica, who is also the executive producer of the shows coming out of the Ridgewood Room. And so, yeah, we would love to get 1,000 people, at which point, I guess they'll start attaching obnoxious ads to our thing and monetizing us, and we'll make tons of money. We'll be able to eat. Oh, eat. What a concept. Anyway, okay, enough of this blather. No. Yes.
No.
You know what? I like that song so much, I'm going to do it again. I'm very tempted to tell you a story. Thank you, Robert. I really appreciate that. I'm tempted to tell you a story about Homer and Jethro, a couple of wonderful musicians who put a lot of humor into their act. I used to see them when I was a kid on television, on Hoot Nanny and some other shows. And a great story about them was they went into this little town in the South. They were playing a barn dance. And they played a song and they got some applause. And they played another song. Everybody was quiet. And then they played a third song. And they felt a rather bad vibration. So one of the people who was putting on the dance came up to him, and they said, "You only played that song once." And they said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, we never do that. You always have to play the song twice, and the second time you play it, everybody sings along." And so they played the song a second time, and everybody sang along, and they were a huge hit. That's kind of what I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to do this song, and all of you out there in virtual, whatever, I love to say radio land, but I guess it's not radio. I'm I'm going to do it again, and this time you can all sing along. Of the mailman passes by, and I wonder why he never stops to ring my front door bell. There's not a single line from that dear old love of mine. No, not a word since I last heard farewell. Goodbye, adios. Since you stopped writing me, I'm worried as can be. Miss each little love word now and then. You're in my every thought. You don't know how much I fought to find a way to feel okay again. I'm gonna sit right down, write myself a letter, and make believe it came from you. I'm gonna write words oh so sweet, knock me off my feet, kisses on the bottom. I'll be glad I got 'em. I'm gonna smile and say, I hope you're feeling better. And close with love the way that you do. I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter, and make believe it came, make believe it came, oh make believe it came from you. See you next time. Have a great weekend, everybody.